Like, gonna monetize it.
Yeah.
As you know,
Yeah.
you know more than anyone.
Sell it to Jeff Bezos.
What's that?
Sell it to Jeff Bezos.
Mm. I had this guy on one of the shows, Midnight Frequency Radio. This guy's some rocket scientist who knows like the astronauts and everything else. He's been around. He's like a child genius. He's invented some. Supposedly had this thing that would Mach 45. It actually, when they test fired in Area 51, it just was just like, oh, this guy is like, and he says, oh, tell Jeff Bezos if he wants it, I'll give him the plans for it. He can have it.
All
Guys,
right,
now.
guys.
Good
Are we
to know.
ready?
Yep.
All right, here are the tunes. You have a great show.
Thank you.
Come with us on a journey into the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable. We will test your senses and challenge your beliefs. A world where science and religion clash. Or do they? You will meet real people and hear real stories, but you will not believe. You will witness strange sights and hear strange sounds, but you will not believe. This is the New England Ghost Project. Welcome to the nightmare.
Have a Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Christmas edition of Ghost Chronicles International. I am Ron Kolick, and you are not. With me, the gold standard in ghost hunting, Mr. Steve Parsons.
My God, you sound happy.
I am. It's Christmas. I love Christmas.
Do you love it as much as Anne Kerrigan loves Christmas?
If there was ever a Grinch, that would be Anne. God, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I'm not sure. I'll find out sooner or later. Since we are best of. So, Mr. Pot, you're listening to Ghost Chronicles right here on TogiNet Radio and PowerX Radio. So, there you go. Speaking about PowerX Radio, we have a show in there now called Cat in the Shadows. And I just put one up actually, it's going to be on tonight at 10 o'clock. And you can hear the lovely Steve Parsons talking for 2 hours.
Oh, Jesus. Don't bother. Don't listen to it. No,
I had to put a disclaimer. I mean, not a disclaimer, a warning on it for content. That sounds sad.
What, trigger warning?
Yeah, it was, definitely, because
Warning, this recording contains proper plain English.
no, it contains items that might burn your ears.
Oh, I know the one.
The funniest part about that show is when she went away and he would talk and telling her, "Oh my God!" If you haven't, you got to check it out just for that part. I mean, it's hilarious. It really is. I mean, there was some good content in it. Don't get me wrong at that, but there's
good
really
content.
funny bits in it. And
yeah, it's just that I mean, there's always, content is important, but you've got to have a bit of fun.
oh my God.
You know,
If you don't know, Kat Watt is the one who does that show, and she was on last week here.
yeah,
So
she's
she's the Australian.
Australian stripper,
Yeah, something like that. So
something like that.
yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Sorry, exotic dancer. I think the word.
Yeah, whatever. It's what. Who knows what PC is now? I don't know what they call it. So I'm an exotic dancer. Who knows? But anyways, I was, Atlas 31 just won't go away. 31 Atlas, sorry.
I thought it had gone.
Yeah, it gets worse and worse. People are still like, this conspiracy stuff is unreal. The cool thing about it is you can actually go into like the NASA website, and there are other websites too that will show you the tracking of it, the telemetry, all this the data on it, which is awesome. And it is, quite frankly, all right. Now, we don't know everything, believe it or not, as humans. But it's teaching us a lot. Things that we thought were, you know, should happen, and things that shouldn't happen have happened. And of course, anybody in the conspiracy realm automatically trumps it up as aliens. So there you go. But I mean, we all learned this. What our third? Is this our third? Right, our third at the
Yeah.
stellar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what it stands for, 3TI.
yeah,
Or
it's kind of cool though. I mean, it really is. But
well, it's only I mean, it's probably the 10 millionth, but it's only the third one we've seen.
that we are actually tracked or anything. Yeah.
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 But
Although Galileo probably could have.
well, we're only, you know, listeners to this week's show will be tuning into the Santa Tracker from NORAD soon.
Mhm.
That's an I mean, does that count as an interstellar? Pass.
No,
So-
because he's from the North Pole, so that would be no, that would not be. Sorry. Unless he goes to other planets, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, he's quick though.
Maybe that's why he's only here one day of the year.
Maybe
You know, because he's got to go to other planets during different times of the year.
he doesn't hang around.
No. I don't
But
know.
you know, I mean, I don't know the full history of NORAD's Santa Tracker, but it's been going a long time now, hasn't it? I mean, you know, certainly since my daughter, so you're talking 25, 30 plus years now.
I heard the story of it one time. It was like just a kind of a like a lock thing, and then it just took off, and so now they do it. They actually, you know, get out there and track Santa Claus as he zooms
Well,
around the earth.
I remember was it something to do with the phone number that was similar? Somebody phoned up to ask about Santa, but they'd actually inadvertently got through to Cheyenne Mountain.
Don't know.
Hang on.
You got to ask the smart person. You still have that smart thing?
Yeah.
Oh, ask it. It's smart.
Well,
Smarter than me, evidently.
well, it's quicker just to ask NORAD.
All right, you can ask Nora then. Do whatever you want, Steve. You're in the driver's seat. I'm just a co-pilot, my friend.
Okay, it was started by accident. Oh God, 1955.
Yeah,
When
it
a
was early.
misprinted Sears advert in Colorado gave kids the wrong number for Santa,
There you go.
leading them to call the Continental Air Defense Command. Colonel Harry Shoop played along, telling his staff to check radar for Santa,
Oh,
which sparked a magical and now global tradition that NORAD continues using satellites and radar to follow the jolly old elf.
yeah, I mean, people still do it. The kids today, because like we go over Gian's nephew's house for New Year's Eve. Excuse me, Christmas Eve all the time, and they have little kids, and they're always up there tracking the Santa.
Yeah, we've been doing it with all three of mine since they were. I mean, they're too old now.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's kind of a tradition now.
Mhm.
I didn't realize it went back as far as 1955 though.
I knew it went back quite a ways because it was.
In 55, Sears placed an advertisement in the Colorado Springs newspaper, which told children they could place a call to Santa Claus, including the number.
See, that's the thing too. You could not do that nowadays because the lines are all secure and everything. So that's
one digit was misprinted, and it was actually the number for Colorado Springs Continental Air Defense Command.
Oops.
Apparently, one evening, a call came through. The colonel answered. The caller, a little girl, asked if he was Santa Claus. Shoop, a serious man, initially thought the call was a practical joke and responded gruffly. Upon realizing the child was serious, he softened his tone and asked to speak to the child's mother. It was then he learned of the advertisement. Some sources assert that he received numerous similar calls during the night, and in response which he gave his operators an instruction to give children the current location of Santa Claus.
That's so cute. I love it.
So there we go. All the best things happen by accident.
A lot of, yeah, you'd be surprised how many important discoveries actually been made by accident, as you know and I know.
Or paranormally in dreams.
Oh,
Think of DNA. They couldn't figure out the helix, could they? They couldn't figure out the arrangement of the DNA strands. And one of the discoverers went to sleep and dreamt about the double helix.
hmm. I also know that Tesla, same as me, by the way, never really like drew things out. He always just thought about them. He just kind of created them in his mind. And I can do the same thing. I've always done the same thing. I visualize, how, like, if I'm even just like, say, just doing a room or a home improvement, I always visualize how I want it to look, or in my mind, I make changes that it works. And yeah, he had the same ability as I do, and so I have the same ability he had. And
So you're like Nikola Tesla.
In that respect, yes, very much so.
Yeah. James Watson, one of the two discoveries of the DNA helix, experienced dreams, including one of intertwined serpents and a spiral staircase that helped him and his co-founder Francis Crick conceptualize DNA's double helix structure.
Mm. I mean, there's so many weird things that we kind of can rationalize some of the stuff away, and then but you always go back and say, I have a penchant, and I think you do too, Steve. I mean, I know that from your thrifting abilities. But like if I'm going to the supermarket and I want something, it'll be there, one of them. That's all, just stupid one of them, and it's like, oh wow, it'll be like had my name on it or something. And I know that you have the
Well, my wife calls it my spidey sense.
Yeah, your spidey senses. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go to I don't know, Americans have car boot sales, but they're like yard sales, but they're all in one location.
Yeah.
And there might be 400 or 500 stores. And you could go up and down, row by row, methodically, which, to be fair, I tend to do. But once in a while, I'll just veer off in some random direction. As you go, oh, your spidey senses, surprisingly, it works quite often. But I was just looking up at the number of other major breakthroughs that have a dream attribution attached to them. For example, Mendeleev's periodic table, the structure of the ring structure of benzene, the design of the sewing machine, and it Niels Bohr's atomic structure of electrons orbiting around a nucleus. There's insulin.
Insulin. Yeah.
And then you've got arts and literature. Mary Shelley conceives the idea for Frankenstein in her novel while she was asleep. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and several, quite famous songs. Paul McCartney's Yesterday, heard the entire melody in a dream, woke up and rushed to record it. And Keith Richards with the Rolling Stones, I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
You still can't.
So there we are.
Pretty good. Are you an avid dreamer?
Do you know, actually, I don't think I am.
Oh.
I mean, I believe I dream because I, occasionally remember odd fragments for a brief moment or two after waking, and then get really quite occasionally, and it is only occasionally, I'll wake up as you want to do in the middle of the night and inevitably need to go to the bathroom.
Yes, and the older you get, the more you want to go.
And you think to yourself, oh, I wish I could get back to that dream. but you never do.
There was supposedly I did a show on the morning show with Lou, and we did it on dreams, and supposedly there are some people who can continue their dreams, which is kind of weird. But I've never been able to do that. I've had repetitive dreams,
It's
and
frustrating, because there's been quite times when I've sort of been disturbed and thought, oh, I quite fancy finding out what happens next,
Mhm.
and then by the morning you can't remember what the first thing was about anyway. You just remember, well, that never seems to. But no, I've never been one of these. My wife is. She's a very vivid dreamer, and she remembers her dreams.
Yeah, I
And
do too.
sometimes,
I remember my
yeah,
dreams are really weird too. So
and
figures.
sometimes she'll wake up quite cross with me.
Don't ever do that again. I didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I dreamt you were playing with. I wasn't. Well, now I'm really pissed off. I wasn't doing anything. Well, you were in my dreams.
Now it's interesting because I read this little bit and take it for what it's worth. It was on Facebook, and it said that you can't read in dreams, and I find that a fallacy because I use that to find out if I'm dreaming or not. Because I've discovered in my dreams, and if I read like a signpost, for instance, and I look at it again, it won't say the same thing. It will either be messed up letters or it'll be something else. So that's how I always know in my dreams that I'm dreaming, which is kind of weird.
Might be some truth in that because, I say, I don't remember many dreams, but I do
Mhm.
remember the occasional thing where I can't getting frustrated because I can't read a sign on a door or an entry or something and
Mhm.
trying to make sense of it.
I think just like each of one of us is different. I think the way we dream is different too. I really, to put
Well,
us all lumped together, I don't think that's you can really do that. I think everybody's unique and they have their own
I've got
experiences.
the 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 there is a well-known phenomenon which I do experience and I do quite look forward to. Just in that moment before you fall asleep, when you're actually still awake but you're trying to sleep,
Mhm.
um, you can have some quite vivid and sometimes slightly horrific imagery.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite well known, the
Hmm.
phenomenon. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't think I've ever experienced that, but,
Well, I do, and
hmm,
actually, they are, and because you're not quite fully asleep,
right.
you do remember them much better. And
Huh.
yeah, I quite enjoy that part of falling asleep because it happens fairly often, for me, and so it's something I do quite look forward to. I can't I can't remember what it's called now, but
Yeah, I mean,
it,
that's a phenomenon I have not
yeah,
haven't experienced
it's not an
that I
unknown.
know of.
This something like exceptionally lucid, vivid imagery.
Mhm.
It's not quite a dream, but it's not quite waking either.
Right.
And it's kind of linked to that sensation of when you're falling asleep, people start to, or excuse me,
Mhm.
some people get startled and they hear their name being called, or they hear a loud noise that jumps them awake,
Mm.
or quite a lot of people actually twitch just before they
Yeah,
fall asleep.
that's because we have what do you call it? I can't think of the thermometer, but our body prevents us from, killing people,
It,
not well, for the most part. Once again, there are always exceptions.
it's also down to the fact that the brain is making it's like I haven't felt that leg for a while, and it
Is it
sends
still there?
it kind of sends a test signal, like to are you still there? Yep, I'm still there. And they think that the when you hear your name being called or a door or a loud noise, they think it's just the brain testing the auditory system, or at least that's one of the explanations.
Yeah. Jan has that. She hears me calling her quite often, and
Yeah.
I don't. But I don't know. One of the things that I had experienced, still experience, is sometimes you'll have the same dream over and over again. And I remembered when I was a kid that I had a dream that I used to sleep in a room with bunk beds with my brother, and he had the top bunk, and I had the bottom bunk, and I would always wake up scared in my dream, and I hear this noise in the closet, which is next to the door, which goes down the corridor to the living room. And so I would call for him, but he would never hear me. So I would jump out of bed and start running towards the door. And I get as far as the door, and a demon or a devil would come out of the closet and grab me. And I would see like my father walking across the hallway, and I would call out to him, but no sound would ever come out. So I had this dream many times when I was young, and then I told it to someone, and then after I told it to someone, I never had it again. So anytime I have do a recurring dream that I don't want, then I will do that, and it seems to work for me, anyways. That if I tell someone of the dream, it disappears.
According to my mother, I dreamt a lot as a child.
Oh,
I can only honestly remember one dream that happened on more than one occasion. Um, she used to say, actually, I used to laugh a lot, really sort of deep belly laughs.
that's funny.
Um, it was like, what's he dreaming about?
You
Because
still do? Maybe that's why Cat gets mad at you. What are you laughing about?
I do occasionally. As
That's
a
funny.
kid, I used to. My mum said, these were proper, hysterically, like I was watching a clown or something really funny. Real proper chuckles. But I do
Steve, I
remember.
don't think I've ever heard you proper chuckle.
Oh, it happens.
Sneaks out once in a while.
Oh, it gets out there sometimes.
Mm.
But that's what mum used to say. That's one of the things I used to do quite a lot as a kid. But I do remember one dream that happened. Well, it must have happened more than once. In fact, it's the only real dream I can honestly remember from either childhood or adulthood.
Hmm.
And it was around, I think you would call it a fountain,
Okay.
where everybody was reclining around the fountain on um, some sort of bed,
Mhm.
but they were all in Roman togas, and people were feeding them, like food and grapes and like a sort of Roman bacchanalian feast around her. And what was interesting is I went to one of those past life nonsense things.
Oh, you did?
Oh, many years ago.
Oh, wow.
And the lady said to me, she said, "Oh, you were part of the Roman aristocracy in a previous life."
Ooh.
I went, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, okay.
She also spouted a lot of other complete nonsense. So um, there we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We don't know our ability of our minds, and we don't know exactly all. I mean, I think I talked about this before, but I have awakened dreams too, where I'm actually awake and my eyes are open, but I'll be somewhere else. I'll be totally somewhere else. I can smell or hear or whatever and see vividly where I am, and it's strange. Now, I think sometimes maybe that's perhaps um, a form of like remote viewing that perhaps that happened to me, not on purpose, but and unintentionally. Do you think that's a possibility?
I, I, I have to say yes, don't I? Because
You don't have to.
well, I do, because we don't know any better, and it would be foolish to say that we don't.
That's fair.
Uh, I quite like the idea that some scientists have proposed, some psychologists have proposed that. Excuse me.
Don't die on me.
I'll try not to.
You still
Um,
got the man flu?
yeah, is this idea of which is the reality? Is the dream reality,
Oh,
Is it the waking state, the reality? Because, I rather would hope it was the dream because you can do pretty cool things in dreams.
oh hell, you do some weird shit too, though.
Yeah, you do some very weird shit.
I know, especially
Uh,
me. It's like,
I,
what?
one thing I don't remember, I don't seem to have ever recalled, is a dream where it was frightened
Oh,
or
really?
scary. Yeah, I don't recall any of them. Now, I'm not saying that doesn't mean to say that I haven't had any.
Hmm. So
But
nightmare is basically what you're talking about.
yeah, and if you put that with the history of what my mum said as me as a child, I seem to be a sort of happy dreamer, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
The
Tell me
opposite.
what you told me in the past, but yeah, I've had nightmares. Those are quite realistic and quite
No,
frightening.
I don't recall ever having a nightmare.
Oh, well, lucky you.
I've always been I suppose the exact opposite. A chuckling belly laugh. Um, maybe that's just something about my personality.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe it's like anti-personality. It's been kept inside there for in your waking state, so you just let it go when you're dreaming.
Yeah, or maybe, day-to-day life is so terrible that,
Yeah, there you go.
the dream is the better one.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. So I don't know if we're going to get preempted or not, of course, because our fearless leader is going to be going on the TV to talk about invading some third world country or something. I don't know. So who knows?
Well, I thought Russia was going to invade us all, overhearing Europe land.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you guys got to stick together because evidently we kind of turning our back on you. So kind of irritates me. But we're going to take a break anyway.
Okay.
So, anyways, you're listening, well, if you're still here, to Ghost Chronicles International right here on TojiNet Radio, brought to you by Circles of Wisdom, 386 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts, the Glant Nessier Family Law Group, 55 High Street, North Andover, Massachusetts, and our very good friends on Ghost Chronicles Radio on Patreon. Become a member and help us get this show actually keep going. So, we'll be right back after the following messages right here on TojiNet and PowerX Radio.
Do you have a paranormal event, book, or something else you want people to know about? Then why not advertise it on Ghost Chronicles Radio? With over 150,000 downloads a month, get your message out to an audience that's interested in the subject. We have a plan at a cost that fits your needs. For more information, contact Ron Kolick at anyghostproject@comcast.net or call 978-455-6678.
Located in Illinois, there lies a sleepy little town where nothing is a common occurrence.
You going to that party in town tonight?
Heck yeah! I only turned 18 once.
That is until the night of celebration.
Where the hell is she? Oh no. No, 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 Jessica!
What's happening?
From the creators of Shadowhunters, Bite Me, comes a tale of primal terror and grindcore mayhem. Shadowhunters, kill, Jessica, kill!
Oh, are you reading me? Come in. Hello?
Greetings from the Shadow, and welcome to Shadowzine. My name is Jeff Belanger. I'm an author, podcaster, and explorer of the unexplained. For 30 years, I've been investigating the paranormal, UFOs, monsters, and things that bump in the night. Lately, you may have noticed how major TV networks and even social media networks have been pushing our favorite subject back into the shadows. I say good. That's why I launched Shadowzine, a monthly underground publication that covers your favorite topics in depth by some of the leading writers and researchers out there. If you're looking for 30-second TikTok clips, go somewhere else. If you're ready for a deeper dive, put down your phone and pick up Shadowzine. You can't find it in stores. This is old school print. Head to shadowzine.com and be part of the underground revolution. That's shadowzine.com, and I'll see you in the shadow.
Welcome, bienvenue, whatever else. Welcome to this second half of the first half of tonight's 2 hours of Ghost Chronicles Christmas Mayhem. This is the international edition. Or maybe we just dreamt it.
What was that attempt at?
I had no idea.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah.
No, I was distracted because I was looking at tomorrow's headlines.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, Brits have been warned that Russia's threat is growing. UK announces preparation for WW3.
Yeah, it's a lot of talk about that.
As Brits warned, get ready to fight Russia. Oh, behave. I mean, seriously, what we frightened with Russia? Ukraine, who live next door, have managed to, you're not coming in here for 2.5 years.
I know.
And it's like, and Russia's going to threaten us and the rest of Europe? Behave.
You know how much material they've lost in men?
Well, I would say if,
too, not just junk.
Yeah, well, I would say that if, Ukraine with a little help managed to keep them at bay for that length of time, I don't think we've got an awful lot to worry about.
Yeah.
It's like,
Poland's like hankering to get at them.
Well, it's like, just stop it. Why do we need a fight? Why do we need a war?
Because he's losing face and he's trying to salvage his face just like the other guy.
Well, that's what always happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
When the rich are in trouble, when politicians are in trouble,
start a war.
Start a war.
Start a war.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. I think if we want to start a war, let them fight it, though. Well, that's never the case, is it?
Yeah, I know. The funniest part, most of the people that actually fight the wars got nothing against the other person they're fighting. It's for the most part. I mean, there are always some exceptions, but I mean, I don't know how many people that fought against each other after World War II, like on Germans and the other side, have become friends actually. And there was some. Go ahead.
The people that fight the wars are the normal men and women who don't really. Why would they?
Yeah.
But the politicians order it, and they're always the last to go, if ever at all.
They never go. What are you talking about?
They never go. No,
they're hiding somewhere in a bunker.
Interestingly, did I tell you? Have I told you, because it is a Christmas themed show? So
yes, it is.
I've had an early Christmas gift.
You did?
I did, from my wife and my children.
Uh-oh.
You'll like this one.
I will.
They helped me to purchase it's a black leather bound attaché case, and inside is a very small, made in 1957 and sold in New York City.
Oh, cool.
Wire recorder, and a bunch of microphones, including a microphone that's a wristwatch.
Oh, so this is like a little spy kit.
We get better because the bill of sales are in it. and it then it was then used in and around Berlin in 1960.
Yeah, definitely a little spy kit.
And you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
It was used by the Central Intelligence Agency and the German intelligence service.
Hmm.
And it's all complete, and it still bloody works. But the best part of all, there's 14 wire spools included with it, pre-recorded with
Oh, you're talking about tapes.
no wire.
Wire.
Yeah, wire. There's not tape. It similar to spools, but a wire that is thinner than a stainless steel wire that's thinner in it than a human hair is used as a recording medium.
Oh, so they can actually record on that?
Yeah, well, that's why it's called a wire.
It's interesting.
And the technology for the wire recorder was actually realized that it would be the perfect recording medium for aircraft black box flight recorders prior to the solid state ones. But anyway, it's it's there's 14 reels, and they've got some the labeling is so they've obviously been used.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played any of them yet because
I was going to ask you. You haven't played them? Wow, I'd be like all over that.
Well, the issue being is this recorder was made in 1957, and it's portable, and it has 3 batteries. One of them is a 12-volt battery, one of them is a 1.5-volt battery, and one of them is a 30-volt battery. Now, you would think so. The 1.5 battery, 1.5-volt battery, no problem.
12-volt, you should be able to.
Yeah, but it's 12-volt that fits because this is a miniaturized wire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And the 30-volt one, but I figured out how to do it with desktop power supplies.
Oh, cool.
2-channel desktop power.
Careful,
so I want to play them because some of these labels do suggest that they might have interesting recordings. I'm not saying that it's top secret spy stuff, but be interesting to find out what's on them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, basically, we're talking about listening to the past, which is awesome.
It's not. It's that, and also the fact that you're dealing with that era. The 1960s Cold War, the Berlin Wall. All that sort of stuff that's going on.
Right.
And but the wristwatch is so cool because it is a normal everyday wristwatch. Gold plated, tachograph, anti-magnetic, 17 joules.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, there's no moving parts in the wristwatch because obviously if the watch was ticking, that's all the recorder would pick up because the back half of so it's a dummy front, a real one, but there's no mechanism.
Right.
Because the whole rear of the watch is a microphone. And then coming out from the case is a cable, a thin wire that's sort of flesh colored that you would then, the spy would have ran up the sleeve of the shirt to the recorder, which was carried in like a shoulder holster for a pistol.
Yeah.
And so they would go off. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not really into that sort of James Bond stuff, but
no, it's still cool. Like you said, you've got recordings from the past. I mean, that in itself is worth listening to.
Well, I don't know which I'm more happy about, having this like top secret spy recorder, or for me personally, it's I think it's the spools of wire.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. Let's hopefully there's still stuff on it, but
to be honest with you, you can't erase them. They don't deteriorate like tape does because
they don't.
No,
they can be demagnetized. They have to.
Providing they've been stored correctly, they don't erase.
Yeah, but you don't know the what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? The history of this place, this thing. You don't know where it's been.
But I mean, it's been properly looked after because it's all in its original casing and everything.
Yeah,
and
fair enough. Yeah,
there's no corrosion, there's no wear on it. There's so I don't know Unfortunately,
Do you know where it came from?
that's the next point. Unfortunately, the first question I asked is, do you know anything about the history of this
Right.
this item? And the antique store I acquired it from is an antique military dealer. Said unfortunately it had come from a guy who collected like high-tech electronic stuff, and he'd not long passed. And yeah, so
Don't know.
don't know.
Mhm.
But there is so much paperwork with it, like you've got the bill of sale. You've got now. I looked at the bill of sale, and it's to a company in on Fifth Avenue in New York City
What was it
in
called?
1957. Off the top of my head, can't remember, but it
Okay.
was number 520 Fifth Avenue.
Mhm.
So I looked it up, and there isn't a stall there.
Yeah, well, it
And
was 1950, so
well, there's photographs of it, but so I eventually looked at the name of the company, and they're listed as a supply agent to the US government.
Mhm.
So I think we could say it's Central Intelligence Agency.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it sounds pretty well, unless it was just a manufacturer, it doesn't necessarily
No, they were made in Germany. The recorders by a company called Protona.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
So the whole thing is about the size of a video cassette. But cool as anything.
Yeah.
When we saw it, I wasn't gonna, initially I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. And then my wife said, "Oh, you should get it. That's really cool." I went,
Cat said that?
"Yeah."
God
She
bless
said,
her.
"You've definitely got. When will you ever see one of them again?" I went, "Well, very good point, but that's a lot of money."
Mhm.
She said, "Well, me and the boys will help you." I was like,
That's sweet.
"Okay,
Hmm.
okay." So yeah,
Twist my arm.
didn't take much twisting, but there
Yeah.
we go.
I do have to say, I want to get this out before I forget, is that one of my Christmas gifts is this new computer that I have on now. But I do want to mention to people in the chat room, especially John, that I haven't been able to get in there because I'm in a transition period between different setups down here. So I haven't forgotten you guys. I just haven't been able to get in. So, but I do have this watch that is a radio. I have a radio watch, like a Dick Tracy watch.
Uh-huh.
But unfortunately, the battery's going on, and I can't seem to find a battery for it anywhere. It was like the coolest thing I had. I mean, it's nothing like the one you have. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to compare it, but I always had that. It always reminded me of
No,
like Dick
but
Tracy.
I wish they did make batteries for old-fashioned equipment because there is a lot of interest in it. You would think that there would be somewhere out there, a battery manufacturer.
Yeah, but it's got to be worth it. I mean, this you have to setups and all that stuff. I mean, to run something, you can't run like one battery. You have to.
I mean, I
Yeah,
was lucky when I
one.
got it because it had a full set of batteries in it that hadn't corroded.
That's pretty damn good. I mean, it really is.
That's very rare.
Yeah.
But so I'm actually holding one of the. It says "Ever Ready Recorder Battery."
Ever ready? Huh. There you go.
But
American company.
yep. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So that's my Christmas gift this year, sort of half to me and.
Oh, excellent.
But
Yeah, you have to let us know if you find anything interesting on those spools.
maybe we should just do it live one night.
Oh, that would be either boring or interesting, depending how it rolls.
Hey, it might be about Jeffrey Epstein.
Why am I laughing? It's probably true. But anyway, damn. Yeah, it is cool. All right, so what do we got? Oh, we're down to like 15 minutes in it. So we have Christmas coming up, which, one thing I do miss is the times we used to let the girls take over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was always a laugh.
Well, it meant we didn't have to do any work, didn't it?
I know, even better.
And then we always used to finish with A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh God, yes.
Actually, because we're not on next week, are we? Because it's
No, we're not. This is our last show.
why don't we dig out one in the archives from one of those early Christmas shows?
I could do that. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Roy. I'll dig it and give it to let Roy know which one, and we could play that. Sure, that would be
That'd be
absolutely.
Because
Absolutely no problem.
I think we even had some where the boys came in and out, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
When they were tiny.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So, anyways, yeah, we'll dig that out and we'll play that on Christmas Eve. Actually, we could do it on Christmas Eve.
Perfect, because
I'm
because
sure you can program it into
the thing is, I'd like to listen to it back anyway.
You actually listen to your own shows?
I do occasionally.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I would like to hear one of those shows from Christmas, one of our Christmas shows where we had Jan, Kat, and the boys all doing the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Actually, it was the night before.
Was the night before Christmas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I think the first one, didn't we rewrite the script of the poem?
No, I don't think so. I think that was in a past life experience with you, or perhaps a dream.
Oh no, what we divided it up, didn't we? And
Yeah, we divided up. Yeah,
sent out lines for each other to do,
Yes,
and it
we
all
did.
went a bit
Yeah,
wrong.
as it usually does on this show.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so we will play that Christmas Eve. I will if I have to check with Roy and Tojinet, see if we can do that, but I'm sure he can program it and we can play that. So that'd be
Love to hear
kind
it.
of fun. But I really don't listen to many podcasts and stuff, which is sad, especially my own. But now that I run PowerX, it's like, holy crap! I have to program a lot of the stuff, so I'm listening to it. And I'm looking at some of the stuff that's out there. It's like, wow, it's. I had there was a show it was on there. They had this rocket scientist on, who supposedly out of Area 51 shot a rocket at Mach 45. And
Really?
they thought it went so fast, they thought it exploded. It was only because NORAD had, actually picked it up, saying, "What the hell's going on down there?" And, it shot out. So that's his story, and,
Mach 45 does sound a little bit fast.
dicey, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, if you were in a rocket that went off at Mach 45 on this planet, you would be soup.
I think I don't think you would be able to hide it in Area 51.
Oh, supposedly it's not running by either solid or liquid fuel.
Ah.
It's oh God, what was it? What was it? Oh, I'm trying to think what it was. But this guy supposedly grew up with all the astronauts. He was a child genius. When Armstrong was on the moon, he was at his house. So I don't know.
Well, he must be in that famous photograph then, because there's a very famous photograph, isn't there, of Mrs. Aldrin and Armstrong all sitting round, waiting for the landing to take place.
Could be. Could be.
With their children.
Interesting. Yeah, he grew up with them, evidently, supposedly,
Yeah.
or whatever. But I don't know. I just, it's just what I hear. I mean, you hear so many things in here. Like I said, I was listening to Steve Parsons go on for about 2 hours and talk about interesting things. So you never know what you're going to find on that.
I've got to admit, I occasionally come across articles. You're saying like listening back to stuff that you've been involved with doing. You think, oh, did I really do that? Occasionally, I'll come across an article, and I'll start reading it. And oh, that's actually quite good.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the bottom, I've signed it and think, shit, I don't even remember writing that. What happened to you?
Yeah, not really so much writing on it, but they're like remember the thing I posted on the Plant Talker? I've forgotten that thing all along. Everything it was involved in it and everything. It's like, oh my God, I listened to it. That was pretty cool.
It really is like, oh my God, I wrote that.
Yeah.
You think, well, it's almost like you're in a dissociative state. You think, well, I don't recognize it, and
Mhm.
it's like, wow, that's really intelligently written. But then, if people hear themselves on playback on recordings, it's surprising how people, they often go, "Do I really sound like that?" Or "I never
Fortunately,
imagined
you
that."
do.
Or a lot of people say, "But is that my voice? I didn't think I sounded like that."
Yeah.
So maybe we don't recognize ourselves very well.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, you poor guy.
I know,
Mm.
I know.
Was it fever? Was
Oh
it
no, the
common
fever's
cold?
over. The fever's over now. It's just left, that sort of two,
Raspiness.
2 or 3 days of oh, it's terrible when you lie down. It's fine when you're upright, but at
Mm.
night, oh,
Oh,
you lie down and then you
well, cat must love that.
yeah. I preferred it when you're like, oh, Cat, going back to dreams, she's a terrible talker.
Oh, she talks in her sleep?
Oh, endlessly.
Oh my God.
Endlessly.
You ever record it?
I've threatened her to because
Oh, you got to record it sometime. Then she
thing
I
is,
don't talk in my sleep. Oh, yeah, listen to this, honey.
no, she knows she does.
Oh, okay.
And occasionally, is if I'm awake, or she's woken me and she's jabbering away, uh, I'll often try and make it two-way, like
Oh,
ask her,
talk to her?
yeah, talk back to her. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But no, she's always been a sleep talker.
Yeah, that's it's like I said, everybody's different, and they came up with this thing about dreams, as I mentioned before. It's supposedly by some psychology department or whatever, but I
Yeah.
found it flawed because I think there are people dream differently, and how we're unique in ourselves. And it's how we think. Yeah, it might be the norm, but there is, I think, much more before the norm. But whatever.
Well, there's all sorts of people. I mean, the local Barnes and Noble or Waterstones or library is full of, interpret your dreams.
Oh
The
yeah,
internet is full
yeah.
of, how to interpret your dreams.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people who claim to say that dreams can tell you all about, what you're going to do, what you're thinking about, what you're. Oh dear, you're gonna have to talk for a minute.
Okay, so I was thinking while you were dying there, is that after the New Year's, the first show back, we should make our predictions for the following year
Yes,
and
let's.
write them down. So we each write them down, and you can send
We
me a
don't need to.
copy, and I'll send you my copy,
We don't
and
need to.
that
We
way
just
we'll have it in the following year. We can read our predictions.
nah. We don't have to make it that complicated.
Oh, why not? It would be.
If
What do
we
you
just
mean?
do
You're
it,
the one, double blind. Da da da.
yeah, well, and keep it simple, stupid. If we just say them on the radio,
Yeah,
then it's recorded for posterity forever,
fair enough.
and we can't deny it. Like that poor psychic who once predicted 9/11, and he'd put it down in the newspaper in Chicago, so he claimed, thinking that I wouldn't go and download a copy of that newspaper,
But you did.
but I did. And he got very squirrely when I said, well, which actual bit of this prediction refers to 9/11? Because I can't see anything here relating to it.
Oh, that's like Nostradamus, for God's sakes. They take whatever this thing and then
Oh,
they just interpret the way they want to.
well, he's been proven wrong.
Yeah.
Because we've now got one extra pope that, wasn't supposed to be there. What the earth? What happened then?
Right. That was the bell.
That's a new bell.
I have like a double bell, so I don't know what that was. It's kind of interesting though.
That was maybe that was a festive bell.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the Christmas bell.
It's the Christmas elf bell.
That means an angel got its wings.
Yay!
We got to wrap it up.
Every time an angel gets his wing.
You ever see that movie?
Oh, hundreds of times.
Yeah, I get it. I could never stand Jimmy Stewart. I couldn't his voice drives me nuts. I mean, as much as my voice drives a lot of people nuts, his does it to me. Uh, but anyway. All right, so we gotta wrap it up. And we're brought to you on this festive year, the last show of live show of 2025 by Circles of Wisdom, 386 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts, the Grant Messier Family Law Group, 55 High Street, North Andover, Massachusetts, and our very good friends on Ghost Chronicles Radio and Patreon. Become a member and get access to exclusive stuff, which Steve will soon be putting up there, I'm sure. And also by Positively Brilliant, Reiki infused candles on Etsy, I believe it is. Etsy? Did I say
Etsy.
that? I did say it right. Anyway.
Nice.
So I got to ask you one important thing before we leave. In the British tradition, they have these things called crackers. What are they?
It's basically a paper tube with a device in it that makes a bang when pulled apart, filled with a small toy, a joke, and a paper hat.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, so we got to go, Steve. So we want to wish everybody
We do.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that crap, right?
Yeah. Happy Christmas. I'm not going to say happy holidays because it's
No,
Christmas.
I will not say happy holidays.
Happy
ever.
Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. And we'll see you in 2026.
Yeah, bar humbug and all that other stuff for you. Happy holidays, guys. So, yeah, we'll see you next year. Good night. God bless. Stay safe.
Good night. God bless. And may your Christmas be white.
From goalies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things